Hi there, it's Belinda Weaver here. This is my page, Copyright Matters. I am a copywriter and today I wanted to talk to you about my lucky life as a freelance copywriter. Now, sometimes you might have heard or you might have said the words, "You're so lucky," or "She's so lucky." Sometimes it's said with very good intentions. Sometimes it's said with a little bit of envy. I'm not saying that I've never said those words, but it's this idea of luck is kind of this idea of the universe having some kind of agenda and only the few getting these secret little dollops of luck, something that's unattainable to the rest of us, the rest of you. We're all in this position, but you know what? It's not luck. Sometimes those words really make my blood boil. What I wanted to talk to you about is all the ways that I am lucky and all the ways that you can be this lucky too. So one of the ways I've heard that I'm lucky is that I was lucky to hear about becoming a freelance copywriter. So my story is that I was a marketing coordinator, a marketing manager in a software company, and I did the strategy, I did the copy. I was a one-stop marketing shop. I went to a sales day and I heard copywriter Bernadette Schwert talk about writing headlines. That's what I was particularly interested in. At the end of her presentation, she talked about being a freelance copywriter, running your own business as a copywriter. Bong! I was pretty amazed. I didn't know it was a thing you could do. Now, I could have left it there. I could have sat in my office staring out of the window, although I didn't actually have a window or an office. Standing in my imaginary office, staring out my imaginary window thinking, gee, that sounds nice. I wish I could do something like that. But I didn't. I immediately signed up for the copywriting course. I registered Copyright Matters as my business name. I spent way too much of my workday investigating what it took to start a small business. I took action. So how about we convert was lucky to hear about into I took action on becoming a freelance copywriter. Next, I was lucky to get my first few breaks. So after I finished the copywriting course, I was actually invited to join the Australian School of Copywriting Dream Team. It was a private mentoring group for aspiring copywriters. Mentoring, can't recommend it highly enough. And as part of that group, I actually got my very first lead to write website copy. But I did more than that. When I knew that Copyright Matters had enough marketing legs to actually bring regular leads in, and that's because I was social mediaing. I was building relationships with graphic designers and website developers. So I did get a lead through the Dream Team mentoring group, but I was getting other leads through my marketing. I then put together a presentation for the managing director of the company I was working for. What happened as a result of that, I told them how employing me at my new freelancer rate could actually save them $20,000 a year. He was very interested in that. So instead of just quitting my job to become a freelance copywriter, I presented a pitch. I walked away with my first retainer client. So what I want to talk about is not, I was lucky to get some breaks. I signed up for some mentoring, and I ended up getting a lead through that. I put myself out there and I presented to the MD and I got my first retainer client. I was also doing regular marketing and getting some leads. So let's convert was lucky to get my first few breaks to putting myself out there and preparing to be rejected as well, because none of those things might have worked out. Since then, I've been lucky to get a consistent stream of clients. Within a year, I've been booked out several weeks in advance for copywriting services. So you might say, I've been lucky that clients have found me. Well, it's nothing to do with luck. And you already know this. I have consistently marketed my business from day one. I've already talked about the social media posts I was doing. It was back in the day when social media wasn't quite so crowded. I would share tips, I would share advice. And ever since then, I've been getting involved in forum discussions, taking opportunities to comment in groups where and how that I could to offer and give freely my experience, to give advice, to help lift others up with their copywriting. So, lucky to get a constant stream of clients could actually be more like consistently marketing my services. So 3 ways of being lucky. Let's have a look. I was lucky to hear about becoming a freelance copywriter. Could really be turned into I took action on becoming a freelance copywriter after I heard about it. I was lucky to get my first few breaks. Could be turned into I consistently put myself out there, made connections, and was prepared to get no's back. I was lucky to get a constant stream of clients since then. No, I've been consistently marketing my business and building relationships with people who would refer clients to me. The last one is I'm lucky to meet the right people. You see photos of me next to people who know all the things, influencers in our industry. Well, that's not because I'm super charming and well known. I am super charming though, obviously. But no, when I go to conferences, I look at the people who I really want to meet. People who are influencers and thought leaders in our industry, buzzwords I know. But this sounds really weird and stalkerish now because I target them. I try and make connections on social media in other ways well before the conference. I try and be part of conversations that they are having. And then at the conference, I suck it up. I take a deep breath. I introduce myself, but it's not like cold calling because I've already been part of some conversations with that person. And more often than not, I find that they're very cool and charming too. So that is how you can actually make a connection with someone who you think is a really big deal in your industry. So it's not I'm lucky to meet successful influencers. It's I'm having the courage to go up and say hello. Because you know what? No one likes introducing themselves to a room full of people. That's why networking is kind of nauseating. But you've got to be able to introduce yourself to everyone that you meet, tell them what you do and why you're unique, and then see where it goes. So turn I was lucky into I had the courage to say hello. I'm also lucky to get great clients, and you might see where this one is going because it's all about consistent marketing. I'm very intentional in the marketing that I do. You know, the biggest bang for your marketing buck as an aspiring or working copywriter is to make connections and build relationships with people who will send you clients. For us, I think they are graphic designers, they are website developers, they are digital agencies. We share clients. So, you know, when you turn up and you do the work and you don't leave your marketing to the margins of when you might have time, you blog, you're on social media, you make time to go to networking events. When you do all those things, you share your tips and advice and your knowledge. When you do all those things and you do it consistently, it's no mistake that people fall over themselves to give you work. It's no mistake that clients fall over themselves to book with you because you are turning up, you are marketing yourself. You are findable, more findable than the copywriters who aren't doing any of that. And it's not just copywriters, it could be any freelance business. So let's turn I am lucky to get a constant stream of great clients to I'm organized and consistent. That's how it works. Now, when we start out, it might not be that we have the luxury of saying no to many clients, but we should start saying no to the wrong types of clients as soon as possible. When we have an idea of the type of clients we want to work with and who are good for our business, then they're the type of clients we will begin to attract. When we share testimonials and reviews from our ideal clients, we will get more ideal clients back. So it really helps to be able to articulate the type of people that you want to work with and share those with the people you are marketing to, i.e. everyone. You want to try and narrow the field down to those great clients. So that's it, my lucky life as a freelance copywriter. Quick recap. I am open to ideas and new connections, and I take action on them as much as possible. I'm consistently putting myself out there, and I'm being intentional about my marketing. I have the courage to suck up my fear and do it anyway, to try new things, to meet new people, to make connections, to put myself out there. I still don't do it enough. but it's something I'm always working on, and it's something you should be working on too. The last one, being organized and having processes that allow you to attract the people who will add to your business and repel the people who aren't a great fit. When you're doing all those things, you too will be a lucky freelancer. And of course, we know it's nothing to do with luck. You turn up, you do the work, you be your awesome self. Luck has nothing to do with it. I hope you found this interesting, amusing, useful. I would love to know your thoughts on luck. Do you think the universe delivers, or is it just hokum? Do you think you're lucky? Are you lucky in any of the ways that I've mentioned? I would love to know. So you can let me know what you think on Facebook. I'm Copyright Matters, or Belinda Weaver on Facebook. Not one, I am both of those things. I am on Twitter, LinkedIn. You can leave a comment right here. And if you'd like some more little nuggets from me, I have a daily copywriting email that you can sign up to called The Daily Draft. You can register for that on my website, copyrightmatters.com. I hope you have a fabulous and lucky day.